Hey everyone, it's Saturday, May 6, 2017, and it's time to go to work on music. It's been a great day so far. I'm in a really good place and excited for a productive session. So we're going to get some online classwork done. We're going to hit that hard today. Um, and just because I'm feeling like a little fatigued and I'd like it to be like a lighter day on the physical front. But it's not going to be too crazy. Then we're going to do a quick guitar practice and then just hit the production front hard. Try to make some excellent headway on this song and I'll just talk you through as much as I possibly can as we go. Let's get to it. Okay, great learning session, start to the session there. Learning a little bit more about the Python programming language from the music technology class, just learning about functions, how those are declared, what arguments are, or basically just inputs to functions in the program, and sort of the syntax around that, which is cool. And then I was doing a little more research on, finished up the Pearl Jam article, and then started reading a little bit about Blind Melon, which was sort of like a sub-associated band, and then a little bit about Lenny Kravitz, which I was listening to some of his tracks last night and earlier today, and I was like, man, dude, these are so funky and so fresh. I was listening to some of the really funky tracks from the album 5 from 1998, and just was curious about how he got started because I know he's played a lot of the instruments on his own records, which I just think is totally badass for obvious reasons. So just wanted to get a little bit more of his history, just understand sort of his roots and where he was coming from. So I was listening to some early Kravitz tracks, which are pretty interesting. And then I was moving on to the songwriting harmony book, doing some exercises out of that. Mostly just thinking about key colors and the different effects that different key color settings can have, like on the title of your song. If you place the title of your song in like a major key color versus like a blues or a Dorian or something like that, which I think is really interesting. And then extending that a little bit to just developing a sensibility around key colors. And one of the suggestions the book makes is thinking about it like painting, like if you painted a room in with like an overall tone of blue versus an overall tone of yellow or green, like what would be the emotional impact? What would the story be to the viewer? And I just love that idea. It's such a cool way of thinking about music and just giving you access to the emotional content of what you're playing, not just the technical content of what you're playing, which I think is so awesome. So I was just working through a couple exercises of number one, like looking at some colors around me and then trying to select notes or chords that express that color, which is so freaking cool, man. And then also doing the inverse, which is selecting a couple chords on guitar and then trying to describe the sound of that chord or the emotional content of that chord with colors, which is just a really cool exercise. So I'm going to keep going with that in the future, but for now I'm going to jump into some guitar work, get out of my head a little bit, and I'll share with you guys what I do there. Like tears on a river, push on a shove, it don't mean much. Joker on Jack, Match on a fire, cold on ice, a dead man's touch. Whisper on a scream doesn't change a thing.